singing. Stop it. Stop it. Well, Libra, it's been a while. Let me get into your reading. I know I'm taking too long on these readings, but it's a sensitive time of year for me, so please bear with me. Please bear with me. There's a lot of changes that are going to be happening on this channel, and I hope you'll stick with it to watch what happens. Who knows, I might flop and nothing happen. But let's get the energy cleansed so that your reading can be just for you. Alright, so Libra, let's have a look at what someone, this special person, this very important person needs you to know. Okay, I'm going to identify this person with the astrology reading cards, and then we're going to get into a tarot spread and see what the message is. So obviously this person may be distant from you or unable to communicate their thoughts and feelings, or maybe a person from a different time that wish you knew something from the past, or hey, even in the future. But let's have a look. Let's not speculate too much. If you like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website. And here we go. I'm really curious about this, Libra. So first of all, who's your person? What energy do they give or do they bring? Ooh, very sensitive person. Very sensitive here. We have Cancer energy, and this energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. So there is sensitivity around this person, and they may have a connection to that maternal energy that is your mother. Now maybe your mother, your motherhood, their motherhood, whatever it relates to as far as motherhood. It can mean the archetypal mother, or it could just be the feelings that are evoked from a motherly situation. Like, I feel very strongly for you. I feel very connected to you. I feel like nurturing you, or you provided nurture to this person at some point. A very cozy resting place, somewhere that you can always turn. Just think about those elements of what a mother is to you and where it relates to this person. But they're giving us that Cancer sensitivity, so that means they care on this like really deep family kind of level, where it's not just cut them off. It hurts to cut them off, or whatever their sensitivity is, it's much deeper because of that connection that they felt with you. So then we have Sagittarius energy. Now this energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm, with faith, good fortune, and authority. So Sagittarius energy, now this is a fire sign, so we're a little bit more prone to being a reactive person. And when you think reactive, you might think, oh yeah, it's clapback season, but it's not. With Sagittarius, it's more, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna do me. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna go jump off a cliff or whatever, like with a bungee cable, obviously. Sagittarius are free-spirited, and they're confident in their own choices. And even if they don't know, they're confident in their ability to find out. So this person is very, they're against drama. They're very go with the flow, take the path of least resistance, but they're still down for an adventure that doesn't like really take away from anybody else. Could be a little bit of collateral damage at times, but they're just there to have a good time. So we see the sensitivity, and we see this desire to be free, and it's giving a story, All right, so let's keep going, and your last card to describe this person is Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So now we have almost a well-balanced type specimen here with the water, the fire, and the earth. We have a person who is ambitious, at the very least, with that Capricorn energy. But we also have a person who is prone to keeping up appearances and caring what other people think about them. So that might play a part in this relationship. I think that it's slightly connected to the mother type archetype. And then, you know what, the other cute little thing we have here is that the Capricorn energy is a very paternal type archetype. So we have this mother-father balance. We have this adventurous and exploration type energy in the center. So it's giving a person who they're sensitive, but they're also very, like, they can get real high testosterone. Like, they have these deep feelings of caring and nurture, but they want to do what they're going to do. But they also have, I guess it's because they also have that discipline and that, like, confidence to just, embark on whatever journeys they have. Now, this is a person that can take a risk. This is a person that would travel. They would go abroad. They would start their life in a different city that they grew up. This is a person about experience. I want to have real experiences in this world, and I want to, I want people to watch me, essentially, because Capricorn is like, hey, look at me. Look what I've achieved. Look what I've accomplished. Whereas this person is like giving us I have sensitivity, but at the same time, I care what people think. So I don't care what you think, but I care what people think. Anyways, let's see what this person is, what type of energy this person is giving you and this situation with you, because there's something they want you to know. There's something they need you to know. And what kind of energy do they direct at you with that question? They direct Mars energy. So your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Very controversial energy to pick up and throw at someone, because now we're dealing with somebody who's capable of heavy and intense conflict, but at the same time, we're dealing with a person who's very passionate. So it could work against or for you. This person's driving spirit may be the thing that motivates and inspires you about this person. Maybe that's what you need if you're laying here like a lump of goo and this person has a fighting spirit. It's like, I need some of that to rub off on me. All right, but this person also may be prone to that aggression, that arrogance, and that intensity that creates conflict. But let's not focus on that. Let's keep going. Ooh, then we have Saturn. I like it. This is a better combo here. So this is the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. And Saturn sitting next to Mars is very cute. And I'll tell you why it's cute. Because now we have the energy, we have the fighting spirit, we have the drive, and we have the determination in order to set out and achieve the goals that we want. Saturn is associated with Capricorn, obviously. And Saturn really does give us that discipline, that willpower, and that structure when we're making plans for the future. That's about creating the plan. I think this Mars energy really does help with the execution. So it's a good vibe, but this person could be a little, like, I may joke around sometimes, but I'm serious about my don't play with me, like they have a little bit of an intense seriousness about their planning and their routine. That's a very strong emphasis about this person. Wow, another sign we have here is Pluto. So they're trying to transform their life, which means they think big. They don't do things little minor. Oh yeah, let me blow $50. Like, they think long term. They think in a broader scope. So this is your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. Transforming and changing themselves. They may be very aggressive about that. Especially if they're trying to make a significant change in their life. They are sticking to their guns, and that's actually a pretty good thing, right? But I think along the way they may have some conflict, some chaos, some fighting, some upheaval, which is to be expected when you're uprooting and changing things around. There may be hiccups. I feel like, especially when we're talking about Saturn and Pluto, we're talking about broader themes. We're talking about this person transforming their life, which means they could probably be changing where they live. They could be changing their work. They could be in the throes of, I was going to say renovation, but it's like, no, it's like bigger themes. I'm trying to do things differently. I'm trying to start a boot camp and get fit and make that a regular part of my life. And I'm trying to make changes in my life. This is the key message here. And there is that Mars, so there is either a lot of passion behind this feeling and a lot of intensity, like potential for arguing. And I think that all of this relates to you because of, I don't know what situation you've been through where this person now feels this passion and this intensity and this need for change and this need for structure and routine in their life. So let's have a look at the tarot and see what they need you to know. Let's see. Tarot gonna spell it out. The tarot gonna spell it out for us real quick. Alright, here we go. Your first card. The Five of Swords. Look at that. Look at that raggedy bee. The Five of Swords. A pillar of regret. Changes that have occurred that are just a headache to think about. Like, don't feel good. There's some drama. There's some fighting. So I think that this transition, again, met with some intensity, some heat. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of young, kind of youthful, looking for opportunity, looking for what's next. This person is giving a little bit of a young vibe, if I'm being serious here. Then we have the Temperance card in reverse, all three cards in reverse. so far. So I feel like there's a little bit of a delay with this person. This person's slow, or this person has had minor hiccups in their journey. Then we have the Tower. Oh, and this one's on reverse. Got the Tower giving us a little bit more of that Mars energy. Of course, the Tower is directly associated with Mars, so we know what that's about. And yes, the Temperance card is associated with Sagittarius, so we are getting a lot of like double up on the intention. And finally, we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is you know, connected to Sagittarius, that fiery energy. But Mars is there too with that fire energy. So let's have a look at the reading as a whole, because we just can't escape this Marsy type energy. So this person, I feel like this person wants you to know that there's like this conflict to whatever it is that's gone down. I don't know if this person is giving you the impression that they're okay and everything's cool and everything's good just to keep up appearances, which would make sense because Capricorn, I want to make everybody think it's great. I'm doing well. Yeah, no, I'm good. But then on the inside, I'm angry, or I'm frustrated, or I'm having difficulties and challenges that are testing me. But this person feels like they're if any of the challenge for them is the anger. The challenge for them is the frustration. And we see that with the Five of Swords. They have some regrets. They have some thoughts that they think about and they're like, dang, I should have done this instead. And so they have these regrets when it comes to you. They wish you knew that, but obviously they're not going to, like, if they can't reverse those decisions or reverse what they said, these are usually words. If they can't reverse what they said or, you know, throw back the intention, that's how they're feeling, the Five of Swords. Regret, and they're thinking about that uncomfortable transition, where that point where they cross the line, or the point where things change because of what that thing is that they said or thought. But that's, to me, I feel like that's a good thing, because you're at least growing and you're realizing things that are better. Like, you're realizing that what you said wasn't right. Some people feel justified for all eternity, so that's always a step towards growth. Even though this card is in reverse, I would still say that this person is feeling a little bit of regret over maybe them talking out the side of their neck. So then we have the Page of Pentacles, and I don't know about you, but if you're interpreting this the way that I am, it's like this person talking about how they were young and stupid. I was a fool. I was grumbling. I was a kid. Page of Pentacles is really on this journey to experience things and people in their lives, and how lifestyles are affected by the things that they say, the things they do, the people they're around. And it feels very like this person has missed out on opportunity, or this person has lost or has felt in search of something that would fill the void of that physical person in their presence, or that physical, tangible relationship, because it could alley-oop them into so many other relationships and situations that they want to be in. Either way, this is them learning about relationships and understanding what they can say and the value of what they say to other people, and how it can affect their life if they don't have those certain people, and if they want to even have those certain people. But I feel like this person is just, as it relates to you, I have some regrets about this opportunity that I have that I maybe didn't see as an opportunity before. Easy breezy, right? I was young. I didn't know that you were a dime piece. I didn't know that you were special. I didn't know the value of this brick of gold at the time. And I was young, though. That's my excuse. I was young. So then we have the Temperance card, and this is where it starts to come together. This is where you start to shine, you know, just grease up your feet for them to come and kiss your feet. Because the Temperance card, it does indicate reconciliation, right? But some of you guys aren't ready for that. Some of you guys may not identify this as the time, because you need to hear a certain thing or two, or you need to see some things. But this Temperance card is about that literal obsession that they have with you. That feeling of, I can't stop thinking about you. That feeling of, I can't stop thinking about the situation. So this person feels like bound, or like they need to check on you, or look at what you're doing, or see if you notice this thing about them. Or, do you notice this? Did you see that? Are you aware of this, that, or the other thing? This person is very active with that feeling. And again, it might be a little bit of an immature thing. It might be a little bit of a, well, I don't know any better. You know, but I feel like it's a little bit like, I, at the heart of it, want reconciliation. I want you to know how I'm doing. I want you to know what I'm up to. I want you to see the growth, I guess, especially if they have regrets. It's like, maybe they don't want to reconcile, or maybe they don't want to fix things, but they just want you to know that they're better. And it's like, why? Do you, boo-boo. Beat it. But no, this person, it seems like that's what they want. They want you to acknowledge or want you to know that they were young and a fool, especially if they don't know how to really correct a situation or behavior to the degree that is satisfactory to you. They just still want you to know that happened because I was young. The Tower card, upheaval, more upheaval. I feel like they still know that they would probably fight with you. There'd still be an argument. There'd still be distress. But at the same time, I think that this person realizes that they have done dirty. They have done you dirty. They have said some things, or they have created this tension, or, you know, even if it's not just them and it's you involved, like you've said some toxic things as well. They just know that this tower, this foundation, this structure that they have with you is eternally scorched, is eternally destroyed, and they see it as this huge destruction. They see it, and for some of you, you're like, oh, that happened so many years ago, I don't even really care. Like, I don't like them, but I don't really care. This person sees it as the destruction, the dramatic destruction of your relationship, the decline, the fall, the betrayal, the deception. They see it as a much bigger theme around your relationship. And I think this would affect them. The fighting, even when they think about it, they might get upset again. Just because this Tower card here is here at the end of it. It's like, you should be past this, baby. Now, this person also may be having conflict in their own lives, that outside of their relationship with you. And it may be triggering them to think about the memories of you, or think about what it is that went down with you that they don't particularly care for. Because we have a king. We have a king of wands, and the wands is a very aggressive energy. And it's like, you're not coming out of this feeling like you shouldn't be swinging at everybody. I feel like this person is going through some sort of conflict that shakes the core of their character, and that makes them, you know, feel like either they're on the defensive, or that they have to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more aggressive in their day-to-day life. I feel like their experiences with you were just like that's nothing, man. That's nothing. You know how I called you a cow and we didn't speak? I called this person a beta ratitude tac finger licking ragamuffin. Like, I called her every word in the book. I don't even know what those words are. And so it's so much bigger than that. And I said that to her mother. I said it to her father. I kicked her dog. Like, all these other things. Like, this person is like, I amplified the intensity of what upheaval is in my life. So what I had with you was small potatoes. But anyways, the King of Wands, king of doing the most, right? King of asserting their actions. King of planning their actions. King of energy. And assorting a bunch of people, big and small, to go carry out these actions of my intention. So this person, like, they've done a lot. I feel like they've done a lot. And what is a lot to you? It's like, has they been with a lot of people? Have they talked to a lot of people about this? They've done a lot. They've done a lot, and possibly a lot in the sense of just telling people their side of the story, or, you know, just trying to look good outwardly to other people in this crazy, chaotic situation. They may have even dramatized the situation. They might come off as obsessed when they tell their story. But I feel like they were heavily affected by their falling out with you, or their aggressive, argumentative words. Even if it's not a full-blown falling out, I feel like this really dictates other fallouts in their life, or it just triggers them into remembering the one with you. And I do think that it's small potatoes compared to other falling outs they've had. But I also feel like they may have regret because of the time that has passed. This is in the beginning of the reading. Like, they had this feeling of regret. But then, why did they have that feeling of regret falling out with you? Is because they met even bigger adversaries along the way. And now they're in this whole journey of having to fight with all these adversaries, where they have the experience to realize that you weren't really an adversary at all. You were just a concerned, you know, parental figure to them. Like, you were just looking out for them, and they were just caught up in the love affair of war. So what they learned, or what they should have learned, is how to tone down the argumentative energy, or the harsh words, or the chaotic fire of it all, and really point that towards a real enemy. But maybe they learned that. But how do you go back to somebody and be like, listen, when I told you off back in high school, now that I've had my house taken away a couple of times, like, you weren't really the bad guy. Like, I shouldn't have called you a stupid idiot. You know, I know that really affected you. I've gone on to meet real, authentic, stupid idiots, so I really feel bad about what I said to you. I always check up on you, make sure that nobody else is messing with you, and then I always have your back from afar, but I know that I've hurt you, so I'm not gonna, like, get up in there and whatnot. But yeah, no, I'm still in the throes of war in my own life. So I know that war is just around me. It's around me. I'm always fighting. But that's okay, because that's kind of how I like it. It's kind of how people know who I am. So it wasn't you. I thought it was you. It wasn't you. And I feel bad. I have regrets. Peace be with you. But, you know, this person may feel like, hey, this person doesn't even want my energy in their life. So that may be the case. But at least, at least there's some regret. At least we had conflict. There was intensity. But now I've grown and learned what intensity is. And this was not intensity that we shared at all. Do I see an apology? Nope. Do I see regret, but I don't see the, hey, let me come up and apologize and, make myself vulnerable. I don't see that, but they sure wish you knew that. Because if you're being hard on yourself and they're like looking into you and seeing how things have affected you and hoping that it wasn't because of them, that's what they're thinking. Like, I hope it's not like, because the drama we had was so unserious compared to the drama I have now. All right, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment, share the video. And if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, where I'm selling all sorts of stuff. We got sales and discounts and scents and whatnot. Have a look-sees, like a product or two, help me out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know how I be with my uploads. Sometimes I'm like completely gone and you guys are there when I get back. But I can tell you that I just don't really like to do readings when I'm having a bad day or like I'm feeling low, because then I feel like that spreads the low vibrational energy to you guys, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. If anything, I'm trying to make you guys laugh and bring some clarity to your situation. So yeah, thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.